Browns able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
And Herbert able to get this one to Eckler out of the backfield. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him into the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
At the 23-yard line.
Well, he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver is changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball out of the backfield and move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. They'll get that complete to Alvarado. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
4 yards.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those stars.
Nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 10. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cover. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down.
Well, we love to say get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
The tackle made.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. They snap it to Herbert. This is caught, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
It's not much as perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Broncos, nothing. Badgley to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
On 2nd and 7. And he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Herbert. Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
On second down, Eckler. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
At the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And it's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. From the shotgun, here's Herbert looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
3rd and goal.
They'll come out in the pistol. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That's about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Block working out of the gun. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. He He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there. And that takes us from second to third down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And unable to connect. Incomplete. And give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this carries into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive first and 10. Throwing now is Locke. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The throw over the middle, taken in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Denver.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that'll bring up second down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. They do. Get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Locke looks to throw it again. And that is force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Flush to his right. And this completes again over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
At the 35-yard line.
This is a counter play. Eckler. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he gets this one down to the 24. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 41 yards. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Those guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Lock off of play action. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Throwing his Lock on third down. And that is incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Rolling to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here comes Reed. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll hand off here to Eckler. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And away in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. With his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And picked up by the Chargers.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Running on first down, Eckler. All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Chargers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
At their own 20-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Locke going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Locke And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to K.J. Hamler, the rookie, and it's third down.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Locke. Man, complete. It's Hamler. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Locke now on first down. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
On play action, Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just looking the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Room to run past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Gain of 15. First down, Denver.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Going for it all. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
Yeah, at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get him a win. It makes things, though, a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
And that'll cut the lead down to 26.
Makes the score Chargers 40, Broncos 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. On the option, here's Eckler. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Powering his way forward, and he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually